Hi, I'm Ketterer. I'm a senior and a social work major, and I'm from Houston, Texas. The main reason I ride is for my dad. Going into my 7th grade year, I came back from visiting my mom in South America, and the first day that me and my brother were picked up by my dad and seeing my dad, after 3 months, he told us that he had to go to the doctor this summer to get some checkups and to see what was going on with his body because he was having some medical issues. Because of that, he was diagnosed with urinary bladder cancer. At the time, I had never really been affected by cancer, and I wasn't really sure what that meant. I didn't know what kind of impact it would have on my dad. I didn't know what kind of impact it would have on me and my brother or my family. So that year he went through chemotherapy, and I watched him grow in weight. I watched him shrink. I watched him go through tons of pain, become sensitive to light and music and food, and have ulcers in his mouth. And it was just really hard to watch the person who was my hero and my rock, and the person who I truly cared about and truly was like the person who I believe truly cared about me the most in my life. Just watch him battle this cancer and watch him struggle. My 8th grade year, before my 8th grade year, he got surgery and was on the road to recovery and was doing better and was like laughing and dancing and having fun. It was back to the normal ways of him truly caring for me and being lighthearted and happy. The summer was great, and I went to go visit my mom again. My dad was doing well, but starting my 8th grade year, he had some pains again, and so he went to go to the doctor just to see what was going on, just to get a checkup and see if everything's okay or not okay. And I, at the time, had to go to the doctor, and so I went to go visit him at the hospital, and I hadn't seen him in a couple of days. So I was super excited to see him, and I was like racing in front of everyone I was with just to see him. And when I walked through the door, a wash of darkness and just dark, I guess, like death just surrounded me. And I was really confused because my dad was just doing super well, and I saw him, looked over at the bed, and he was just like curled up on the side of his bed. It was just so much pain, and the nurses were just trying to do as much as possible just to keep him comfortable. Later that day, he passed away. The cancer had spread throughout his entire body, and he had heart failure. So I ride for him and for in his honor and for his memory, to share with people like how awesome my dad was, for those who will never be able to meet him. And I ride for one day having a cancer-free world so that people won't have to go through the similar things that I've been through, and so that families will be able to stay together, and people will still have their fathers. Coming into Texas 4000, I was really nervous about what this organization would do to me, and also how people would I guess, how they would receive my story and who I was. I don't like really sharing my story that much because I don't want to have people feel sorry for me or pity me, but this organization has allowed me to feel comfortable with sharing my story and who I am, and they receive it well and not feel bad for me all the time, and they just receive it well with helping me and assisting me and being there for me and encouraging me to keep fighting and to keep pedaling. I have learned to trust people more easily because with the things that have happened in my life, it's hard for me to trust people quickly. And so it's been a really awesome experience to be able to love quickly and trust quickly. Out of the 3 pillars of Texas 4000, hope, knowledge, and charity, I identify the most with hope. I have a hope that one day we will live in a cancer-free world. I have a hope that families and friends and loved ones will be able to stay together. I have a hope that people will age and that we will learn and grow from those who are older than us, and that they won't pass away because of cancer. I believe that my passion for fighting against cancer and for being in this organization is based on hope. I have a hope that daughters will have the ability for their fathers to walk them down the aisle, for if they have kids, for their fathers to be grandparents, for their mothers to be grandparents. I have a hope that, and I value hope, and I think it's really important to maintain and have hope when you believe that you're losing against cancer, or when you believe that that won't be a future without cancer.